The hostilities between Israel and Hamas have entered the third month beginning today. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres yesterday had invoked the Article 99 of the UN to call upon the member nations to act in urgency to stop the ongoing warfare. In response, the UN Security Council meeting is convening later today, with the possibility to pass the resolution to compel Israel to announce yet another temporary truce. Good evening, I'm Prarambha, Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. The central bank gears up to review monetary policy with a view to slashing interest on loans to be restructured to facilitate individuals pay their debts. The Department of Customs forms a 6-member team to investigate the 14 kg gold confiscated from the TIA. 3 more arrested from Nagdunga with 2 kg gold. The United Nations Security Council meeting to convene today a ceasefire resolution in the offing. U.S. Secretary of State Blinken urges for safety of Palestinians. And Pakistan tamed Nepal at the Under-19 Asia Cup. Pakistan romped home by 7 wickets in a chase of 153 runs. Uttam Thawamagar shines for Nepal. With the strategy of reducing the interest rate, the Nepal Rashtra Bank has assessed the monetary policy. The Rashtra Bank has reduced the policy rate by 1% point and the bank rate by 0.5%. The new policy will aid in curbing the interest rate for funds flowing from the Rashtra Bank to banks and reduce the cost of banks. However, the banks have not taken loans from the central bank. Instead, the Rashtra Bank is generating funds from the banks. With the increase in demand for loans in the days ahead, cost is to reduce for banks, which could decrease the interest rate. The Rashtra Bank has said that loans are to be restructured to facilitate those who have not been able to pay their debts on time. The Rashtra Bank has also made the policy arrangements for restructuring of loans if debtors of microfinances file an application. Arrangement has also been made to provide loans for reconstruction of houses damaged by the earthquake in Jazarkot and Rukum, among other districts, with 2% addition on the base rate. Provision has also been introduced to spend up to 40% under the corporate social responsibility for schools and public hospitals damaged by the earthquake. The Department of Customs has formed a 6-member investigation committee to probe into the 14 kg of gold confiscated from the Trivandrum International Airport. The department has formed the investigation committee under the leadership of Trivandrum International Airport Customs Office's Chief Customs Officer Mani Ram Paudel. Police had arrested Chandra Ghale with 14 kg of gold late last night after he had landed from a Fly Dubai aircraft. Ghale had concealed 7 gold biscuits weighing 2 kg each wrapped in his body. Police have also arrested Meen Bahadur Ghale of Gorkha for involvement in the illegal import of gold. The TIA Customs Office has said that additional investigation is underway regarding the incident. Despite a tip-off regarding the gold arriving on Wednesday, the smugglers had brought the gold a day later. The confiscated yellow metal has been sent to the Department of Customs for quality test. Police have said that the mobile phones used by Ghale has been confiscated and those involved in the case would soon be identified. Meanwhile, another 2 kg of gold has been confiscated from Nagdunga of Kathmandu today. Police have arrested 3 individuals with 2 kg of gold from a vehicle arriving in Kathmandu from Raswa. Kathmandu Valley Crime Investigation Office has identified those arrested as 21-year-old Sanil Vuzel, 28-year-old Gyalching Tamang and 26-year-old Biru Tamang. They had concealed the gold in the gearbox of the vehicle. Police have said that additional investigation is underway. Family members of Bipin Joshi, a Nepali student who has gone missing since Hamas attacked Israel, has met with Prime Minister Dahal and has appealed for diplomatic efforts for his safe return at the earliest. After meeting Prime Minister Dahal at the Dhangadi airport in Kailali this morning, family of Joshi appealed for efforts for Bipin's safe return at the earliest. Responding to the request, Prime Minister Dahal expressed commitment of making maximum possible diplomatic effort for Bipin's safe release. Bipin, a student of agriculture at the Sudur Paschim University, had left for Israel on September 13 under the Learn and Earn program. 10 Nepali students were killed in the October 7 attack of Hamas at an agricultural farm in Kibbutz, while Bipin Joshi of Vimdatta municipality, Ward number 7, had gone missing. Despite confirmation of Bipin being held hostage by Hamas from the Israeli army and the Nepali embassy in Tel Aviv, his condition remains unknown. The government of Nepal is to make another request to the government of Qatar to make efforts for the safe release of Bipin, who has been held hostage by Hamas. Minister for Foreign Affairs N.P. Saud has said that another request is to be made with the government of Qatar, which has been playing the role of a mediator in the release of hostages held by Hamas, for the safe release of Nepali student Bipin as well. Minister Saud said that efforts are also in progress through requests with the government of Israel, Nepali embassy and Red Cross. Minister Saud is leaving for Qatar tomorrow. There are a total of 110 employees at the Samachar district hospital. Out of them, 17 are permanent staff, while the remaining 93 are not permanent. Due to this, the hospital has not been able to provide required services. As the term of the temporary doctors working at the hospital has expired, ventilators, ICU and pediatric services have been halted at the Samachar district hospital since the past 3 months. Out of the designated 59 permanent posts for the 50-bed hospital, only 17 posts have been filled. The hospital has been operating by adding 39 temporary staff from Koshi province, 3 from temporary scholarship, 5 from non-governmental institution, Nick Simons, and 46 from hospital management committee. There are postings of 7 specialized doctors and 4 medical officers at the hospital. However, only 1 medical officer and temporary specialized doctors are providing services at the district hospital. The hospital management has been providing services by adding 46 employees, spending around 1.5 million rupees on a monthly basis. The amount has been collected through registration of patients, lab services, medicine sales, among other services. The Samachar District Hospital Administration has admitted it has been difficult to operate the hospital because of lack of enough permanent staff. The hospital has been providing service to around 70,000 patients each year. Patients from Bhojpur and Samachar throng the hospital to receive specialized services as well. More than 300 patients arrive at the hospital on a daily basis. A high-level committee has begun works for reassessment of the compensation of land along the 24.5-kilometer Changkuti-Diding entryway of under construction 900 megawatt Arun 3rd hydroelectricity project in Samachar. The 3-member team led by Arjun Jong Thapa, which includes Janakraj Dahal and Padmanidhi Soti, is to conduct required studies regarding compensations and furnish a report within 2 months. The local residents had obstructed the works of Arun 3rd for 92 days after they did not receive compensation for 454 ropenis of land from Changkuti to Pukhua. Since then, Indian company Satlas has already provided 530 million rupees in compensation to the government of Nepal. It has been learned that the compensations would soon be distributed after furnishing a report which would facilitate in easing legal complications. The government had formed the 3-member high-level committee on 2nd November to find a solution to the problems related to the compensation. Irregularities have been reported in the facilities provided by the government to prisoners in Bake prison. After discovering the irregularities, Home Administration has made arrangements to provide facilities directly to the prisoners. An arrangement has been introduced to provide monthly benefits directly to the prisoners at Bake prison under the Department of Prison Management. The prisoners have been receiving 80 rupees and 700 gram of rice each day. An arrangement has also been made to provide cash for clothes used in winter and summer by the prisoners. A total of 920 prisoners are currently being held at the Bake prison, which has a capacity of only 350 prisoners. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, so you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what is your take on the trend of increasing universities without planning and study? Your options are A, political pressure, B, ploy to show work, and C, need of the hour. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And now before we wrap up, here's a look into the top stories one more time. The central bank gears up to review monetary policy with a view to slashing interest on loans to be restructured to facilitate individuals pay their debts. Revenue Department from a 6-member team to investigate 14 kg gold confiscated from the TIA. 3 more arrested from Nagdunga with 2 kg gold. The United Nations Security Council meeting to convene today a ceasefire resolution in the offing. US Secretary of State Blinken urges for safety of Palestinians. And Pakistan tamed Nepal at the Under-19 Asia Cup. Pakistan romped home by 7 wickets in chase of 153 runs. Uttam Thapa Magar shines for Nepal. That is all for the moment. Our next news bulletin is at 10:30 p.m. Thank you for staying with us. Have a good evening.